Thrust. What can we say about Thrust? Well, Thrust. Once you know he's coming, let's ignore the double entry that comes from that. The other Decepticons have learned there's no being sneaky when he's around. He's a loud-mouthed braggart who will claim victory before he's even taken the field. He tries to terrify and demonize the enemy. Demonize the enemy with loud rumbling roars from his engines and boosters. From his vocal circuits, the truth is that Thrust is mostly bluster with little to back it up. Any sort of strong resistance can send him flying back the way he came. Oh, so that's pretty much Thrust's mini, brief bio, but like I said, he does appear in the cartoon. He was voiced by Ed Gilbert in English, Yutaka Shimaka in Japanese cartoon, Ken Shiroyama in the Japanese movie. He appeared in the Headmasters cartoon, appeared in the Marvel Comics continuity, the UK run, the Classics line, the Devil's Due, G.I. Joe vs. the Transformer comic continuity, the Dreamwave Generation 1 comic continuity, the IDW Hearts of Steel, in the PS2 game, the G1 PS2 game that we didn't get over here, we got the Armada game. Then we have the many forms of him. He had G1, World's Smallest, the Timeline's BotCon exclusive, the Universe Aerial Rivals pack, the Gente Thrust, the Titanium Series Thrust, and the Generations Thrust, and the Robot Heroes, and the Transformers mini busts. His foreign names are kind of weird. We have the Japanese as Thrust or Sarusuto. Fatalo. In the French is Fatalo. The Canadian French is Fatello. Yeah. Italian is Rapax. The Mandarin is Chongfang. Translated as Thruster. Or Tujinku. The Impulso in Portuguese, or the Exponent in Brazil comics, means thrust. And then in Russian, Kolon, meaning axe. Him, axe. I prefer thrust. Sorry, but that's a weird name for thrust in Russia. Axe. No, Kolun. Kolun. I don't know how to pronounce Russian. Kolon. And it means axe. Come on, guys. Be with me. Does he look like an axe to you? No, he looks like a modified V-15 jet with VTOLs. But anyway, let's get on to the more detail of the jet now, shall we? Here we have Thrust in his vehicle mode. As you can see, he is a very nice modified, what do you call it? F-15 modified F-15 Eagle. There's some things I found out about this one. This uses the original Classics mold due to the transstamp information on this guy. Has the old 2006 transstamp information and the 2008 Gente transstamp. Like most, I think, like Thrust has. Not Thrust, Sturge. So we literally got the original mold on this guy. apart from the wings. So something tells me that we're pretty much using, apart from the missiles, pretty much using the BotCon version, don't you think? But we've still got the chrome cockpit that we'll get into a little bit later. But as you can see, he is very, very nicely done. We have got the nice like bronze or crimson paint scheme going down the wings here, with the white paint strip there. And then we've got that same design on the tail fins here. We've got a nice little grey nose cone that is kind of pointy. And we've got nice VTOL engines. How could I display these? I've got something that can rotate them. Yes, I have. That do rotate, as you can see. You can see that, but they do rotate once you get it going. Yeah, it does rotate. Does rotate, so that's good. And it's pretty much really, really nicely done. I configure with the missile launchers on the back here because of the VTOL wings that it has. I think of it, if this was an actual flying jet that's flying, these would need air coming from the back of it so it can release it. And me having these missiles here as well, or the rocket launchers here as well, it gives it a full booster look as well on the back, as you can see. A nice booster look. But we have got nice details on here. We've got some nice little details on the wings here, and nice details on here. It's just really, really, really nice. Yet again, same cone head, seeker head showing. Like I mentioned in my Dirge review, I wish they could have incorporated a head swivel gimmick, so the head rotates when a gear gimmick where the the face plate just rotates around to the back here, and it has something to cover it up here. It would have been really, really nice, and you could see it working on something like that. But it's okay how it uses, because if people display their seekers as jets like this, you wouldn't really need to notice it. But yeah, so that's pretty much thrust. Let's go on to the transformation. The transformation is pretty much simple like all seekers, and pretty much follows the same process. Take these off, put them to the sides. Take these off if you want to. I do, because I put them somewhere else. So we're left with a standard weird kind of jet without the VTOLs and stuff like that. And next what you want to do is pretty much do like the classic Starscream. Rotate these up, push that hinge up and around like so. Push, rotate up like so. Next you want to extend the legs down so it reveals the legs. Then you want to come to here, fold out the feet, fold out the feet. It's very tight feet as well, and peg. Peg, like so. Fold in the landing gear next. Just fold it up. Next, bring this forward, or bring the back section back. Rotate the nose cone all the way back, so this reveals here, and you can really see the nice chrome there. That is really, really nicely done, really follows through as well. Bend the cockpit down, rotate it around, and fold it down and in. In, like so. Next, fold the arms out from the side and peg that around. Fold these out. Next, I like displaying these VTOLs on the legs. It doesn't give a G1 accuracy feel, but because on the original Geni or Genti one, these were able to rotate so they are downwards like that, and the arms were out of the way, of course, and everything. And you could rotate, you can like rotate them around and stuff. So these would be down the bottom, but because how they are set, they are up like a normal Seeker wing. So I display the wings. I display the VTOLs on the bottom leg, so when he's transforming, they come off and hover onto and reattach to the bottom of the wings here. What makes sense. And then you get the arm thrusters here, or null rays. The same gripe comes with him, like I mentioned in my Dirge review. But yeah, but here we have Thrust. It's just in his robot mode. So here we have Thrust in his robot mode, and it's a very, very nicely done robot mode as well. Like all the Seekers during the Classics line, it's a very, very nicely done like robot mode, and it really, really picks out the characters very well. We got a lot of detail picked out here. A lot, not a lot, but still a lot. We've got the silver here. We've got the silver, like mentioned here. We've got the silver mentioned here. And we've got the bronze mentioned here, and on the arms here that bring it out very, very nicely. We've got the silver and the dark grey, black paint here. And we've got the nice chrome inwards like that to bring that nice shiny of the cockpit there. Very, very nicely done. I just picked them with the rocket launchers like this, and have the like little fin bits at the back, so it differentiates them from the actual Seekers and everything, because it looks really, really nicely done like that as well. These still rotate even in robot mode, and hopefully I can show you a bit better. Yeah, they're rotating. But he's a very, very nice figure. Articulation, well, that much arm articulation. About 260, 250, 190, or 90 degrees. Out, in, as well. Bends at elbow. As well. Forwards. Same problem. This hinders the backwards motion. But rotation at the knee, bends at the foot, and head rotation as well. So, yeah, so this really, really, really picks it out. Get him standing. He doesn't like to stand much. So yeah, so let's get him with his brethren. So here we have him next to his brethren, and it is really, really nicely done. He fits in so well with them, and it looks remarkable having these guys standing next to each other. It's really, 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 really remarkable. Like I mentioned with the missiles here, I would have loved them on with these missiles that Ramjet's got. I know the BotCon versions of these guys come with them. The BotCon Dirge is a repaint of Ramjet, and he comes with those, and the BotCon Thrust comes with those missiles as well. So it wouldn't have been hard to release these missiles again with these two guys singly, because they would have really, really differentiated the Seekers more with the different missiles than having the same. Like I said, if there was another jet that came out in that colour, but as a Starscream repaint with the actual Starscream mode, and they use those. Why, Thrust? Why? He's a bit drunk today. He had too much energon. But anywho, yeah, so this was my review on Thrust. Click the annotation for Dirge if you haven't seen the Dirge review. Click the annotation for Ramjet if you haven't seen my Ramjet review. But I'll see you next time. for another Transformers review. And this has been Jazzimus Rider, and I'm rolling out. Bye bye for now.